as is becoming customary, everything's a mess in here, so I need to have a tidy up. We're going to do a little bit more on the Mini today. I'm going to get the fuel tank fitted and the engine I got off Steve fitted and see what I can do about plumbing it, maybe wiring it. Yeah, got plenty to do, so let's see what we can get done today. I've got the fuel tank mounted, that's in there, and let me just have a look for something just for Alex. Those are the bits from inside the tank. So now I've got that engine, I've got the mounts unbolted, strap tied on. I just need to grab that crane from over there, put it over here and hoik it out and put that one in. So I'm going to do a little bit of faffing with dry shafts before I put it in, because I've got my new inner joints down there. Shafts are under there somewhere with the CV boots. So outer CVs are already on the car, so I just need to do a bit of swapping and faffing. Dry shafts are assembled, new inner CVs, outer CVs are on the car, engine's out, you'll see that on the time lapse. So I'm going to put the dry shafts into the subframe now before I fit. I've got the other engine in now. So when I was dropping the engine in, I was fighting around the back here. I've got the dry shafts slotted into the diff, so hopefully it's not in gear and I can move it still, otherwise I'll have to reach underneath. So now I'm going to put that engine on that little trolley, move it out of the way, and I can pack the crane up, and then I need to pull the Mini back in the garage and get underneath, take the plate off that I had my gear selector mounted on, mount my gear selector, work out what I'm going to do with the exhaust, and I still need to tighten up the hub nut on the front. Yeah, so next swap that engine over onto that trolley, move it out of the way. You have to excuse the toilet in the corner, that's upcoming home renovations. It's not being plumbed in there, it's been plumbed in the bathroom upstairs. So I've got the car jacked up. I've fitted the gear selector. I've been having a faff about working out where I'm going to put the start solenoid, because this engine's one of them old tight ones. I need to file down the edges of my inlet manifold because it doesn't quite fit in the gaps there, so I need to do a bit of work on that. I've got the gear selector in. I need I don't know if you can see that, there you go. I need a roll pin where it goes onto the gearbox, because I haven't got one. So that's something I need to get ordered. If I go underneath, I'm going to have to do a little bit more work than I'd hoped on the exhaust. Let's see if we can see. One moment, let me see if I can put the flash on. There we go, and we can see better now. So as the exhaust goes up, it hits the gear selector. So I'm going to have to modify this. Either modify it or get a normal Mini exhaust, I think, because it needs to sort of loop round, down and round that gear selector. Yeah, so I'm going to probably take it off back there and then see if I can get that centre section off a Mini centre section that will go to the LCB thing. I may need to replace this battery cable because that may not be long enough, because the start motor on the Vauxhall engine was at the back. And then I need to get onto the other side to get the fuel lines out. So for now, I think I might go and jack the back end up and get that on stands. So I think I've done enough for this evening. I may come back tomorrow night. I'll go and have a look. So I've decided to go with the factory style manifolds with the HS4 on there. So I was having a little bit of trouble with this manifold. I had to file these edges down to get it to fit between the LCB, but then the biggest problem I had, let me try and work out what's the best way I put that one down. The biggest problem I got is that flange thickness compared to the manifold, so it wouldn't bolt up. So I'm not going to use those. I'm going to use this standard manifold. My friend Steve gave me a van exhaust, which is quite an amusing thing to fit. So I'm just going to chuck the flash on again. So let's have a look underneath. The van exhaust fits to the manifold there. Can you see in that gap? It's just the standard kind of mini exhaust clamp. So we got underneath, the exhaust runs nicely along there. That box sits very far back. I think I need to cut a section out the middle here, shorten it. This was a very kind donation by Steve. It's had a bit of a speed hump dent, but it doesn't leak from what I remember. And then it sticks out significantly at the back, so I'll probably need to chop a bit off there and use that as a, no, not chop a bit off there, probably need to measure that and use that as a guide as to how much to chop out the middle, because that box is far too far back. So I'm not sure if that'll be that for this video. We've got a decent bit of progress made on the car. It's quite late, it's gone 9 o'clock at night, it's nearly 9:30, so it's time to pack up for today, I think that's going to pretty much conclude this one. I think to do any more I need to buy some parts. I need to get an order in on Mini Spares or somewhere like that. I need to buy some 5mm or whatever fuel line, whatever size that is in old fashioned sizes. Is it 1/4 inch, 5-6mm, something like that, fuel line. I've lost a banjo bolt for the whatever that's called, clutch slave to master cylinder, because I've got this nice braided line. I need a couple of hoses. I need some steel hose for the fuel feed. Yeah, I've got a few bits. I need to place an order for some stuff before I can do too much more. So yeah, that'll do for this week. Hopefully I'll get another one out next week. I'm trying to get a video out consistently this year on a Wednesday at 6 o'clock. So fingers crossed I'll manage another one next week. So next time, try and get a bit more done on the Mini. Come this weekend, I'm going to try and make a video on one of the other cars I've bought, because that's quite interesting. So stick around for that, and I'll see you soon.